Okay, good. So today we will discuss the abstract reasoning questions which you have sent to me. Are you able to see the screen share?
Yeah.
Good. Sometimes, since the questions were sent to me, now you may remember the answers. It may be quite straightforward. But let's assume as if you are in an exam and see how you will approach this question. So, see that the bottommost pattern belongs to set A or set B. How will you approach this?
So I'd probably count the number of sides first.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you picking the simplest square,
Mm-hmm.
which would be the top left one in the set A. So that's got 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's an odd number, so maybe it could be odd numbers, but then the bottom left one in set A has an even number of sides.
Mm.
So I don't think it's going to be sides that I look at. Probably repeating shapes,
Mm-hmm.
which the bottom right one does, but not any of the others.
Mm-hmm. Good thinking process. Go ahead. Proceed further.
Um, they all seem to have the sideways, the stripy pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so does all of set B. So there's no correlation that I see there either.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay, I will take it through you from now onwards. So you see, you
yeah.
have done very well. We have calculated the number of sides. As you have taken the simplest one in A is the one where I got the arrow here. I will try to take it to a pointer. And so you calculated it, it's 5. But again, in another simple one here, it becomes like 4 plus 4, 8 and 10. So it's odd, it's even, and it's different numbers, so it's not matching. And then first, just focusing only on the A, there are few with 2 shapes, 3 shapes, 4 shapes. Again, that's not useful to you. The only other thing is every square has got at least one hatched shape.
Oh wait, the stripes are on the one that has, so in set A,
Hmm.
the the shape with the least amount of sides has the stripes.
Okay, that's one way we can calculate. Yeah, least amount of sides has the stripes. And in set B,
Um, it's kind of like the most, but then the bottom left has two shapes that are stripes. I'm not sure.
okay, that is one way. And then if you see the sides, the actual answer is the set A hatched shapes always have at least one curved side. Okay, at least one
Oh,
curved
okay.
side. Okay, while in set B, all the hatched has got only straight sides. That's the answer. Okay, sometimes you may not get into that answer, but at least if you have a idea, like for example the shapes has got the list side, sometimes that will work out for few things. But once you work out the correct answer, that the hatched shapes are always having a curved side in set A while they're all having a straight side in set B. Once you do that, believe me, the whole set you can finish it in, I will say, like 10 seconds or 5 seconds. Okay, then there is no limit at all. Everything should be quite fast. So that's why when we have these clumps of 5 questions or sometimes even 6 or 8 questions, you may feel, oh my goodness, every question is going to take like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, when I don't know I will be enough in the speed. But the main crux is finding the rule. Once you find the rule, the whole bunch 4 or 5, you can get the full 5 out of 5. Okay, now what's the answer? With
So this would be neither.
this should be neither, because there are straight eights and also curved eights. Okay, the answer is neither. Okay,
Yeah.
good. This one,
This would be neither as well,
why this is neither?
because the circle in the middle should also have. Oh wait, what? Is that one shape? Oh, so it'd be set A.
Okay, so now you think it's like a set A, one shape, and you can see that there is a half like donut shape already there. Now this is just a full donut shape. It's very, very common for somebody to put this as set A, thinking that It's one shape, it's a full donut, and there are curved edges, so set A. Absolutely fine. But the only thing is, even though it could mimic set A, if you see this, the outside the circle is one shape, and this one could be in another shape, and that another shape like a plain circle is overlapping on the donut circle. That's one possibility. There is none of the pictures here, none of the shapes were overlapping. If there is only one which is overlapping, then it will become, so
Neither.
neither. So if there is a overlapping, it becomes neither. But the $1,000,000 question is whether this white circle overlapping is taken as a rule, or is it just a donut shaped one. How to resolve that? To resolve that, the best way is look into all the shapes in set A to see is there any central circle or anything like an island. Nothing. Set B, there is no island. Is there something like a small box inside these straight faced shapes? Nothing. So none of the shapes have got a kind of a central island, and none of the shapes have got overlapping. So definitely this is neither. So that's why the answer is neither. Okay, got it?
Okay.
So, and it's a slightly challenging one, but I like your thinking process. That's how we need to approach it. This is the most difficult question for the whole things today. Okay,
Okay.
good. Think about this one.
Answer would be A.
Good, well done. This one,
This would also be A.
very good. This one,
This is B.
B. That's it. So that's it. So once you know that, you can see that it just takes 1 second each, except if some googly comes in between like this, where you need to spend some time. Just be mindful before labeling this as a single shape. Believe me, there should be at least one shape with an island either in set A or set B. Then the whole paradigm changes. Okay?
Okay.
Good. What about this one?
The first I thought maybe, because I saw the top left one in set A, they look like the circle in the middle. So there's always like a smaller or a shape with less sides, but then that's not true for the one beneath it.
So how it works, Raghav, is every time when you do these kind of programs, you are feeding your brain that this is one possibility, this is one possibility, this is one possibility. So later, once you know that these are all the possibilities, when you resolve, your brain will think in that way because you have already traveled through that road. Okay. If you have never thought about this in the past, it's almost impossible for you to find it on the day of the exam. On the day of the exam, if you are finding a rule which helps you to find the answer, that rule you should have come across in the past in all the trials, mock exam, or in my training sessions or anything. That's why as many sessions are possible, it's precious. Okay, go for it.
All right.
Approach it very methodically. Let's see how it goes on.
So I've realized that in set A, whenever there's like a curved side, the outer shape is also white. But that's not like the same in B. I mean, it's not like that rule doesn't follow into B.
So how to approach this, Raghav, is we need to quickly think few things. Say for example, the inner one has got odd number of side, outer one has even number of side, odd, even, even. So that's what not working. Rubbish. That's
Yeah.
it. The next one, inside black, outside white, not working. Rubbish. Then just like that, you need to have at least 6 or 7 coming one after one after one after another. Okay, and the one thing which works is here the inner one has got more length than the width. It's all tall structures. Inner one, everything is tall structures, while here inner one, everything is more wide structures. You can see that it's more wide. Okay, so that's the main clue. Now, what about the test shape?
So it'd be neither because it's
It's
Wide and tall.
both wide and tall. Good. This one.
It'd be B.
Okay.
Neither.
Mm-hmm.
A.
Yeah.
And A again.
Yeah, that's it. So the main thing is to get into the crux. So how to get into the crux is lot of times if you have like 5 rules, inside black, outside white, inside odd, outside even. So like that, check from 5 rules quickly. If none of them are working, take a step back and have a global view. Okay, is there any similarity between the shapes which is outside? No, I don't think so. Different sides, and there's even a curved here, so that's not matching there. And is there any other thing? It looks bit, everything is bit taller. Here everything looks bit wider. Now since you have fed your brain that taller and wider is one of the possibility, it's a very rare possibility. Now it will come to your mind quite clearly during the exam. And once it comes to your mind, have you seen all the 5 questions? You can do even less than a second. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, this one.
Okay. First I'd count the number of different colored squares. So, that's not it because they all seem to have different amounts of the different colors.
Mm-hmm.
The positions of maybe the grey squares. There's not really any patterns that I can see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a few of them have lines of symmetry, but then some don't, so that doesn't really work.
Yeah, not everything has got the symmetry. Yeah. So again, like last question, there is some pattern which you may not have come across. You have now expired all the patterns which you may have come across, which you have in your like a to-do list, like a listing one. Now, try to select something. Like for example, is there anything specific on the top left corner, top right corner, or something like that? And again, if you compare that, there is won't be nothing. And then sometimes lot of them will focus on the center point of it. And is there any relation between the central cover and their more disposition? So if you see the center one, this is gray, and if you see the gray is nicely displaced, especially outside. Center one is white, the white is more present in the outside. Center one is white, the white is present in the outside. Now it forms a pattern. Center one is white, outside is white. Center one is gray, the outside is gray, if you follow my laser pointer. Center one is gray, outside is gray. So there is some relation between the central gray and far extreme right and left 4 boxes. Similarly, if you come here, there is some relation between the central color and the immediate 4 boxes, all gray, all white, all gray, all white, all gray, all white. Okay, so the rule is the central color matches with the immediate 4 squares, it's B. Central color matches with the slightly distant 4 squares, not necessarily the lowermost or uppermost, but rightmost and leftmost, that is set A. Now if you get that rule, see how it goes on.
So this would be A.
This will be A. Why?
Because the center is grey, and then you've got 4 of this. We've got 5 of the 8 squares on the outside that are grey, so the majority are grey on the outside.
Not necessarily majority, Raghav. So if this is grey, the outermost 4 should be grey. Okay, so for A,
those 4.
Yeah, those 4. The rightmost and leftmost. If you see, the rightmost and leftmost are matching with the center one. Rightmost and leftmost. That's only 4 squares matching with the center one. Here, the immediate 4 is matching with the center one. So here.
Okay. So then it would be neither.
Neither. So don't forget neither. Don't always squeeze your brain to fit it into A or B. There is a good possibility things could be neither. So this is neither. Okay. This one?
This would be B.
Yeah.
This would be A.
Yeah.
This would be B.
Yeah.
This should be neither.
Very good. Here people will really confuse. Oh my god, it satisfies both A and B. Anything if satisfies both set A and set B, you know that always it's neither. Okay? A thing should not satisfy both the rules. Okay? This one?
This would be B.
B.
B again.
B, sure.
Yeah. Oh, no, I meant to say A. I meant to say A.
Yeah. So what's happening is your mind thinks A, but just because of the hurry, it's happened. So just be careful with that mistake. It's known as autonomic writing. It's autonomically, it's just thinking like that. So you should be very careful. Even though you have to do it very, very quickly, the quality should be always maintained. Good. This one? So how
Okay,
will you
so
approach? Yeah, think aloud. How will you approach?
I'd probably look for repeating shapes, and there's always a star in them. There
Good.
is always I mean, there's always a very. Oh no, there's not.
You're thinking correctly. So look only set A first. There is always a star. Is there any other thing which is always there in set A? Any other shape?
Oh, the diamond.
Diamond. So diamond is definitely there. Okay. And now the next step is to make sure none of the other shapes are there in everywhere. So quickly look into, so like cross, addition sign, pentagon. They're all there, but they're not there in everywhere, isn't it?
No.
Okay, so star and diamond are the main thing. So is there any relation between the positioning of star and diamond?
Not really.
See, how will you decide the positioning? There are only 4 rules for positioning. Okay, so how will you describe 2 items position? There are only 4 rules. What are the rules?
If they're like adjacent to it.
Adjacent is okay. Is there any other rule? Okay, adjacent is one of them. Any other rule?
Not sure.
So what are the 4 rules are? Take one shape, for example, star as a fixed shape and diamond is like a relative shape. Okay, the relative shape is upper, down, right, left. There are only 4 possibilities. Okay, what you said first is correct. Adjacent is correct, but if you take adjacent, for example, there are 1 places or 2 places where the diamond is adjacent to star, but there are some places where it's not adjacent, so it's not working. Okay, so the next is, let us take for example star as a fixed structure and diamond as a relative structure. Is the diamond is proportionate to star in the form of up, down, right, left? See if it satisfies.
So the diamond's always to the right side of the star.
Good. So what happens again is, you should know this. Only if you know this, you will be thinking in the time of the exam. Okay. So this question to resolve, first thing is to find out shapes which are present in all the boxes. There are only 2 shapes. It is star and diamond. The next is the disposition or the positioning of those 2 shapes. As you said, the first thing is they are adjacent to each other and not adjacent to each other, diagonally opposite, something like that. It's not working. It's sometimes diagonal, it's sometimes it's everything different disposition. So the other thing is up, down, right, left. As you correctly said, diamond is always on the right side of the star. So that could be one of the rule for set A. Like that, is there anything for set B? Which
So
position is
I can
repeating?
see the crosses in all of them.
Okay.
And so is the hexagon. The hexagon seems to be always above the cross.
Hexagon seems to be above the cross. Okay, is it satisfying everywhere?
Yeah.
And also you need to make sure that it is not satisfying in another rule also, like above and left, above and right. Even though it's too complex, it's better to think to that level so that you are absolutely fine. So what's happening is, once you finalize this in your whiteboard, you will be writing set A, or just A, diamond right of star, B, hexagon above cross. Okay, you need to write it, then only it is, you are absolutely confident, then it's more easier. This question pattern is slightly different. They are not giving one shape to find A or B. They are asking specifically which of the following belongs to set B. So how will you do?
So I look for where this hexagon is above the cross.
Okay.
So that's not in Y, it's not in A, B, it's not in C. So it must be D.
Okay, so hexagon is above the cross. You're correct, but let me go for the answer also so that we are doubly sure and we are not missing any other rule. Okay, answer is D. You can see that. Okay, good. This one?
For set A, so then it would be diamond is to the right of the star, which would be C.
B. Good. Diamond is to the right of the star. It's C, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's in the left here in B. Okay, so it's C. Got it?
Yeah, I said C.
Okay, good. Okay, next one.
There'll be it'll be D.
Okay, so diamond is to the right of the star. Okay, that's good. We don't have to even check the answer.
It would be so hexagon above. So A.
Hexagon above, that's A. Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. Let's just check it once again. Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Hexagon above the cross would be B.
Okay, good. See how easy once you work it out, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah.
Go for this.
Okay, so I've immediately noticed that there's always a star in all of the shapes. So in all the squares. And there's a difference in the color or the position in each of the stars. I can see on the stars, in the top right, there's the stars white. So the other two are white.
So as we discussed, you have come across all the squares called star. We are looking only A first, for example. And then is there any shape which is repeated in all other squares apart from star?
This is a four-sided shape.
Four-sided, so quadrilateral. So there is quadrilateral in all the squares. There is star in all the squares. Lot of times you know that the color will be a distractor, but let's don't discard like that. So come to set B. See the pattern. Is it the same? Is there any other rule for B?
It still has the star and the quadrilateral.
Correct. Star and quadrilateral is the one which is there in everywhere. So for example, rectangle is there, but it's not everywhere. Again, diamond is there, diamond is not everywhere. But star and quadrilateral seems to be a common pattern everywhere, but color doesn't seems to be really correlating. Say for example, both white, both black, but sometimes suddenly it becomes like both white. It's not correlating because white and black are here. Here it's white and white are here. Is there any disposition or positioning of quadrilateral and star? Is there any link in that? Look only set A first.
Not really.
So is there any link between the positioning of star and quadrilateral?
Is it always to the diagonal?
Is it always diagonal in set A? In that case, is it different in set B?
Yeah, in set B, it's always adjacent.
Adjacent. That's it. Now look, go for the answers.
So the answer would be set A.
Yeah, good. This one?
Set B. Set B. Neither.
Okay, why neither?
Because it could be either, I guess, yeah.
We can say neither, but at the same time, this is can be taken as diamond also. So it could be adjacent. I understand. I think neither may be a better choice because it's both diamond is also a type of quadrilateral. Yeah, okay. But let's see what is the actual answer so that we'll be happy with what they've done. Yeah, neither. Very good. Well done. Good. Next one.
Neither.
Very good, because there is no quadrilateral. Okay, so this one is definitely neither, but this one you need to be a little bit careful, but it's neither because both the shapes were quadrilateral. Good. Well done. This is the set of questions you have sent me, so we have finished that. So before you go to sleep, try to send some verbal reasoning questions so that we'll do it tomorrow. Okay?
All right. Yeah.
Good. Well done.